Hello, I know it's been a while since I've posted a wee video, but that was mostly because my old phone, which I used to film my videos, um, just it was almost 5 years old and it wasn't handling videos at all anymore. The quality was really low and I had to wait until this month to afford a new phone. So this is the first video I'm making with my new phone. I've been doing loads of crafting and yes, so with this very first new phone video, I am going to show you some needle threaders that I sculpted. About a year and a half ago, I did some needle threaders as part of my Halloween advent, and I made one for myself as well, and I found myself actually using it quite often. It's not terribly often that I need a needle threader, but when I do, I was using the one that I'd made and I stuck a magnet on the back of it and it was just extremely handy. So I've been wanting to get back to making them because I had a bunch of, the cheap little aluminum. I don't have an example of one just now, but the cheap little aluminum needle threaders. So I got like a 30 pack or something, so I've got loads of them. I just put them away for when I was ready. So anyway, I'll show you what I did here. So I used polymer clay. I'll just put these down. I'm just very careful of their little wires. So yeah, so you've got it looks like a kind of a coin with the needle threadery bit at the bottom. So what I've done is I've kind of folded the coin bit to make a kind of a rigid, I don't know, you can think of it as kind of a backbone, I guess, for the clay. And then I've just sculpted various layers of polymer clay onto the top of the needle threader, and I've left the bottom of the needle threader. You can see there's a little bit of paint here that'll scrape off. I've left the bottom accessible so that it can do its job. So yeah, it's just polymer clay and a needle threader, a cheapy, like I think I paid about £2 for 30 of them. So yeah, cheapy needle threader, polymer clay, and I've painted them with acrylics. I've got some glass eyes. They're just the cabochon kind of like flat backs, little flat back eyeballs. But they're glass, so that means you can bake with them, and obviously they won't melt when you harden the clay. And then I've painted them with acrylics. I've sealed it with a varnish, and on the back I've put a very strong magnet because that is very handy. So yes, I think I've got 10 to show you just now. That's the first one. And here we've got kind of a, I don't want to say green man, but kind of like a little nature spirit. I tried to make them look a bit woody. They've got mushrooms and mosses and lichens. There's some different mushrooms, and there's kind of an iridescent paint on there too. And there's his magnet. I just tried to give them all their own kind of personality. Each one of these is obviously one of a kind. I didn't use a mold. I individually sculpt each and every bit, each and every texture. I carefully paint them with layers. The flower's quite delicate. That was interesting to make. But now that I've done it successfully, I feel confident that I could do that again. I like his one eye and his teeth and all of his textures. I use metallic paints as well. I don't think they come across very well in film, but the metallic paints, a lot of metallic greens, there's a lot to look at with one of these, and they look a lot better in person. I did a couple simple ones. This one kind of, dare I say, looks like a sentient scrotum, but I like him anyway. There's his magnet. He's got a big beautiful green eye. This one's a bit fun. He's kind of like a dripping ice cream monster, so that's all like kind of metallic and iridescent. And this is magnet. And then what else have we got? Oh, we've got another naturey one here. I quite like him. It's funny, I left these overnight before I baked them, and some of the mushrooms kind of fell over and I didn't realize it, so that's why he's got kind of a droopy mushroom on the side. Oh, I didn't realize it until after I'd baked him, but I just love these shelf mushrooms, and like I tried to get kind of a bark texture onto his face. And there's this magnet. There's lots going on visually, and his eyes are a bit more sunken in than the rest, but I don't know. I really like the expressions that I get. And then I did a few with mushroom cap heads. So this one's just got the one eye, he's got his silly teeth. And there's a snail on top. That's a real snail shell that I used. And I wasn't going to paint it, but then it just became a bit problematic when I primed it, and I just decided, okay, I'll paint the snail shell. And obviously I didn't make his antenna too, or his eye stalks too long, because they would have been too delicate to last. And then, but I did use some iridescent paint to give him a slimy trail. Oh, yeah, so he's pretty cool. And then what have we got? We've got these three, which were actually the first three that I started sculpting. And then the rest were kind of just a tangent I went on later. So here we've got a yellowy gold one. And here we've got a pinky one. He's got his tongue hanging out, I guess. Some gold spots. This one's got a lot of iridescent shimmer to it. Doesn't come across super well, but it's there, I promise. And here's the very last one. I made him green. His expression was very different before I painted him. I don't know. I really like the colors, and I do like the expression the way it came out. It's just bizarre how from it being like a light flesh colored clay, and then seeing it all painted, it's very much changed his expression. But yes, these are all of the needle threaders that I made. And let's see if I can move the camera. Not very well, but wow, is this camera better than my last one or what? I can't believe the difference. So yes, this is the batch. You know, when I make things, I make them in batches, and I will probably be doing another batch because I really enjoyed creating these. I might put them in my folksy shop. I don't know. Is there a market? Like, honestly, is there a market for needle threaders? Because, you know, I may have paid like pennies for the needle threader, but hours go into creating this. So, you know, the price would have to reflect that. We'll see. You let me know if you think there's a market for sculpted needle threaders. I've never seen anybody else do this. So I genuinely have no idea. So anyway, I'm going to end this video now because I've got things being picked up from Royal Mail and whatnot, and my door is probably going to go very soon and interrupt me anyway. I will be back very soon because there are several other things I've made recently that I intend to show off. And now that I've got a working camera again, I can do videos. So yeah, I'll catch you later. Bye.